The RV Safe Alarm is the newest carbon monoxide and propane alarm available in the RV market today. It's currently being installed by most OEMs into new RVs and is now available for the first time into the retail market as a replacement for older alarms as well. The RV Safe Alarm is a low-profile, surface-mounted alarm that uses the newest technology in propane and carbon monoxide gas detection. The softly curved shape reduces the chance of being bumped or broken off of walls in narrow spaces. All of our alarms are engineered and manufactured here in the USA. As you can see, the RV Safe Alarm is smaller and thinner than most other alarms available on the market. Every retail package of the RV Safe Alarm includes adapter brackets to replace older alarms that are larger from Atwood and Dometic or from MTI Safety Alert. The RV Safe Alarm uses less power than any other CO propane alarm on the market. In this test here, we have 3 different alarms, each hooked up to their own current meter. As you can see, the RV Safe Alarm is drawing about 18 milliamps, the Atwood alarm is drawing about 42 milliamps, and the Safety Alert alarm is drawing about 80 milliamps. This all means that it won't drain your batteries quickly, and the RV battery should last longer for the end customers. Obviously, the RV Safe Alarm draws much less power than the others. The RV Safe Alarm is available in both black and white, and in a CO propane combination version and a standalone propane only version. It's also available in a 3-wire version intended to replace some of the older Atwood and Dometic alarms that are powered by 2 different batteries in some RVs. These 5 SKUs will replace almost all alarms on the market, reducing the total inventory needed for dealerships and service centers to keep in stock. The MSRP of the 2-wire combination alarms are $89.99 and the propane-only alarms are $72.99. The MSRP of the 3-wire combination alarm is $90.99. We also have a 25-piece bulk pack without the retail packaging intended for service centers that's available at a discounted price. The adapter brackets are sold separately but are also available in bulk. Now let's talk about actually replacing your alarms. Remember that most RV carbon monoxide and propane alarms should be replaced every 5 years. Most will say so right on the front. Most alarms will also start chirping after being powered for 5 years, letting you know that it must be replaced. The reason for this is the sensors inside the alarm can degrade over time. Specifically, the propane sensor has a small heater inside that can wear out after about 5 years. This 5-year time starts from the date of retail sale. Alarms should have a replacement date shown on the front and a manufacturing date shown on the back. When replacing an older alarm, first make sure the power is turned off. You don't want to accidentally short any wires that could trip a breaker or blow a fuse. Then remove the mounting screws on the front of the old alarm and pull the old alarm off. Once the alarm is off, either disconnect the connector or cut the wires if necessary. Next, crimp the new alarm wires onto the RV. Then determine which adapter bracket will fit over the old alarm. In this case, it would be the longer skinny one. We do provide a product selection chart that should help determine which bracket is needed to replace which legacy alarm. Next, screw the adapter bracket to the wall, and then screw the RV Safe Alarm onto the adapter bracket. Finally, the most important step is to test the alarm after it's been installed. Turn the power back on and press the test button on the front of the alarm. The alarm will first perform the carbon monoxide pattern, which will chirp 4 times with a long pause. Next, the alarm will perform the propane alarm pattern, which will beep several times. It's important to know each alarm pattern in order to determine what is activating the alarm and diagnose any potential problems. First, push the test button on the front of the alarm. That was the carbon monoxide alarm pattern. And that was the propane alarm pattern. Always make sure the green light turns back on after the test, which means the alarm is back in its standby state. We now know what each alarm pattern sounds like, but most people don't know what it actually takes to activate an alarm. Propane alarms will usually activate between 5 to 25% of the lower explosive limit, which means they'll activate long before there's enough propane in the air to combust. In general, people who are awake and don't have COVID these days will smell the odor and additive propane if there's a leak. Carbon monoxide, on the other hand, is completely odorless. Most carbon monoxide alarms, including the RV Safe alarm, are certified to the same UL standards. These standards require that alarms activate within 1 to 4 hours at 70 parts per million, 10 to 50 minutes at 150 parts per million, and 4 to 15 minutes at 400 parts per million. This means that CO alarms will go off faster at higher levels of gas than at lower levels of gas. All these times are designed to give healthy adults adequate time to investigate and evacuate before experiencing serious health problems. I would recommend always teaching your customers about their carbon monoxide and propane alarm. The easiest thing to remember is that if your alarm ever goes off, open the doors and windows, turn off any open flames, leave the RV immediately, and turn off the propane tanks. Next, check for any sources of carbon monoxide. This could be from running car engines, like from a motorcycle or an ATV, or even a portable generator running outside. It could also be from faulty fridge or furnace. Also, if you smell propane, take your RV back to the dealer where they can investigate it and figure out what's wrong. Whenever an RV comes in for service, always remember to check the dates of the CO and propane alarms. If it's past the expiration date or even close to the expiration date, recommend the customer replace their alarm. The RV Safe alarms and their adapter brackets that are included are compatible with replacing most alarms on the market while drawing less power, looking slimmer and sleeker, and being priced competitively. We also have product selection charts, header cards, and shelf displays available for dealerships who want to display our product on their store shelves.